We're going to talk about why you need to get off the news. You need to stop Googling your symptoms right now, and it's not what everybody else is telling you. Hello, I'm Shalane Carter. I'm an energy healer, and I'm in school for integrative medicine that specializes in quantum physics. So this type of stuff, understanding how thoughts, beliefs, everything in the subtle realm affects your biology is my jam. So when you observe things on the news, or when you're constantly Googling your symptoms of what could be wrong with me, things like that, you're getting a lot of information. And I know that a lot of you have probably heard about the placebo effect, right? You're given a sugar pill and then something really good happens because you just think you're getting medicine. Well, have you heard of the nocebo effect? It's basically the opposite. You give somebody all of the side effects, all of the bad things, all the information that could happen to them, all the things that could go wrong, and as a byproduct, even with a sugar pill, it does. And again, it's not all the time, but it's a very high percentage. In fact, in the book Mind Over Medicine by Lisa Rankin, she talks about this particular study that was done on people, cancer patients. They were given all of the side effects that could happen if they took this chemotherapy drug. They were given a sugar pill, and what happened? 30% of them lost their hair. 30% over a sugar pill. She also talks about the first few years of medical school and how they actually have a term for medical students that are constantly coming into like the nurse's office or kind of getting these wellness checked, and I think this is wrong with me, I think this is wrong with me, because they're getting all of this information about disease and what could possibly be wrong with a human, and they see spots on their hand, or they what else did she say, something about like a foot being like tingly or numb, and all of a sudden they're like, oh, I have leprosy. And you're like, you don't have leprosy, you just have too much information at your fingertips. So here's what happens is when you're observing all of these things on the news, when you're Googling every little thing, when you always think that something is wrong with you. Willow, she is being too much. Look at this. When you have access to all of these things and your mind is constantly entertaining the possibility of them, your biology responds to that. So not that you want to, ignore symptoms, but what you actually want to do is, if it's just a tickle in your throat, it's a tickle in your throat. Not reading too much into things, but also not seeking out what could always be wrong. It's going to give you 19 different things, and then your biology responds to these thoughts and beliefs. Because if you haven't watched the one I did a 3-part series on epigenetics and your genes expressing themselves, that'll explain why that happens. Moral of the story is that you want to surround yourself and create an environment that is going to promote healing, that is going to promote growth, that is going to promote change and leveling up of you as a person and your vibration, and living a more desirable and pleasurable life. So all in all, get off the news if you want to feel better.